And guys, what do you think about? I have kind of a theory that for life, not only in our area, right? That pain teaches more. Pain teaches more. Once you suffer with something, you kind of then you start being proactive with that specific problem. But before you have that feeling, you may not take care of much. So, for example, I can give an example of a cultural aspect. As a Brazilian and I was living in São Paulo. We never buy a car or a motorcycle without insurance because the possibility of being stolen it's 80%, 90%, 99% that something will happen, in a traffic light, in a traffic jam.
Sometimes you have an insider thread inside the vehicle store
True,
that
true.
has a connection with some criminals
Criminal
that
organized.
tell the criminals that car does not have insurance.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not
Exactly.
for rich people.
Yeah.
It's
So we
another
have
level.
this culture of insurance is mandatory. Otherwise, it's better to don't have a car. So this is one thing, and unless someone like decide to buy this car and you stay without insurance, and you are still paying the installments for I don't know a few years or a few months, and then you got lost, and then you still need to pay for something that you don't have, right? So insurance is kind of mandatory for our mindset, I would say. But that's the question. That's the next question. Next point I would like to touch. Do you, Magda, Ben, or Marcos? You think that pain teaches matter, or we should be proactive, I would say, but but sometimes we don't have the resources or time or to do everything, right? It's also we need to be realistic here. So what do you think that about this pain teaches more?
I think is as you say, depends of the culture. Is you're in Brazil, for example, the pain is better. But if you are in Europe, the pain is not the best way for you follow. Okay, because in Europe we have some culture to believe more in the other. When you work in some
Trust
enterprise,
more, yeah.
you trust more. And you say we work in enterprise when you find some SQL injection, and in the paper says, okay, don't put this command, but stay in the document.
Yeah.
The attacker don't follow the documentation.
Yeah, this was a nice joke because in one company that I worked here, there was a SQL injection on the code. I was talking to the developers and they said, "Yeah, we know about it, but it's documented." And I was, "What the fuck?" So you were telling me that the hackers are gonna read this? And, oh, I cannot attack you because it's documented. Like, well, man, no.
But they have a documentation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Because
think
follow me.
I think okay, I agree that pain teaches very well, but I don't think the pain is the way to teach. So because the pain teach but have side effects because it's not teach isolated. It's create fear. If I have a company or an area or a place that teaches by pain, the only way that I can work better, can I increase, can I grow, it's by the pain. So I understand, I agree, it's real,
It
but
works, huh?
yeah, it works, but I should differ teach from trauma. And the two things I believe that's kind of different. And for example, like Magda said, we are having right now a teach by pain in the world from the event that we are already know it's everywhere. So, but what's the side effects by this lesson? Hospitals,
Flights, everything was stopped, yeah.
flights, enterprise, and the side effect is lives.
Yeah.
So I agree that teach very fucking well, but I disagree that's the way to teach.
Oh,
Cool.
I would agree because there's this thing with the pain. It teaches better till some point. The older we are, the more experienced we are, the more we realize that there are better ways to actually learn, right? but psychologically, people tend to learn more from negative experiences due to those emotional impact. Painful experiences can actually create very strong, long-lasting memories. And this is very, very primary trait of humans, because this is like kind of warning system that will put you in the right position, because pain and these really bad feelings, negative things that you will experience, those negative experiences will kind of force you to reassess your actions to avoid this kind of discomfort in the future, right? So you will be smarter. This is very primary, but I also believe that there are better ways to teach without the trauma. But what is happening? I saw some statistics that almost 80% of developers said that they believe that the security is the key. This is the most important. And on the other hand, only 30% of them feels like they are well trained. So I'm not sure if we don't learn by pain right now, because people tend to be not so satisfied with their skills, right, when it comes to security. So we should do more. We should be more proactive, and companies should support people, because sometimes you have so much work on so many levels that you can go and do your research. And sometimes you have to do research on yourself, go and read, and this is normal, right? So yeah, let's try to learn not from pain.
E aí, gostou desse corte? Então segue, continua, que tem muito mais.